African Continental Free Trade Area is a mega project that African countries are undertaking, and they hope to achieve a trade agreement by the indicative date of 2017, which is next year. Now, the creation of the CFTA must be seen in the historical context. It comes from its beginnings in the call by African leaders for a united Africa, which was then inscribed into legal documents such as the Lagos Plan of Action and the Abuja Treaty. So the CFTA is not a pure trade market integration agreement, but it's an agreement that is seen as a driver for African continent to achieve development goals as identified in the Abuja Treaty, in the Agenda 2063 of Africa, as well as in the Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. So I would like to highlight this point that the CFTA must be seen in the wider context of an engine for development of Africa. That's one point I'd like to make. If that is the case, and this is the case, there are certain things that is very important for the CFTA, and I would just quickly highlight it. The first thing is that the CFTA needs to be established expeditiously. Why should it be established expeditiously? That is because there are other trading blocs on the horizon which have been created, and there are other trading nations organizing multilateral, regional, bilateral trade agreements. And Africa may not be in those agreements, so it will be continuing to lose market shares in those other areas. It needs to create its own market space to benefit from that. And it needs to be able to trade freely within Africa. Hence the need to expeditiously create the African economic space before engaging with the world at large. Secondly, the agreement needs to be a balanced agreement. This has been a feature that has come clearly in many of the analysis and discussions on liberalizing trade. It has to be balanced because there will be winners and losers. Winners in terms of countries, losers in terms of countries, in terms of people group, such as women and children, youth, and the like. So we need to see how the benefits of the CFTA can be made to benefit all, maybe not equally, but in a balanced manner. Thirdly, I think it's the most important point that the CFTA must be a comprehensive agreement. It must include trade in goods and trade in services. It must address tariff barriers. It must also address non-tariff barriers. It must deal with trade facilitation. For the full potential of the CFTA to be realized, it needs to be a comprehensive agreement. Finally, and I think my last point is that you need a modern agreement, an agreement that will carry Africa from here onwards, from the historical context towards the future, the 2063 agenda. And here the CFTA has to be built in terms of the market integration agenda, production integration agenda, facilitation of investment, building up complementary policies like competition policy, trade infrastructure, and all the supportive policies that will put into place a modern and a comprehensive agreement that takes Africa from where it is now to the future, and in line with the ultimate goal of building a more prosperous, a more united, a more safe, a more secure, and a strong Africa. Thank you.